Yo, what's good with y'all, man? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm gonna be breaking down like a dark, unique, experimental, like bouncy sample. I don't even know how to categorize it. You guys already heard the preview, but this sample is absolutely insane. And it's actually one of my favorite samples of the whole year, to be honest. I just think it sounds amazing. Before we get into the breakdown, if you guys don't know already, for the whole month of December, I'm dropping free sound kits on the Monday of every single week. And on December 24th, I'm dropping a huge free pack over on my Instagram. It's containing sounds from all your favorite producers. We got an insane stacked lineup. You don't want to miss any of this crazy sauce, so definitely subscribe, like the video, and also go check out my Instagram at Prod by yeooo. Pretty much everything is going to be going down on there. So without further ado, let's hop right into the sample breakdown. So we're starting this one off at 76 BPM, and we're going into Cadet's CS80 Analog Lab Bank, and we're grabbing this Epiphany synth key. And these sounds in Analog Lab are actually insane. And we're starting off with this chord progression right here, and it sounds like this. I just did the classic like Travis Scott, I guess you can call it, kind of feel. So I pretty much just started with these root notes. Honestly, a good way to get this feel right here is just pick a scale. For example, I'm in F minor. And from the root note, I'm going to go up by 2. And then this next note, I'm going to go up by 1 semitone. And then for this last little like passing note, I think it sounds really good as like a passing note, is just go back down to the root. And I think it just resolves really nicely with it finishing at the root. And then obviously I just kind of stack some notes on top. They're not really particular chords, I'm pretty sure, but like I said earlier, utilize these half steps right here. As you can see, it's pretty much the whole entire like sample or whole entire chord progression is using these half steps, and this is what's going to make it that like darker kind of feel. There's absolutely no effects on this at all. We're going back into Cadet's CS80 Analog Lab Bank, and we're grabbing the synth key called Yonkers. And it's just playing these root notes here, and I just stack them up on octaves like that. Sounds like this. Super simple, just stacking layers at this point. Next up, we got this Broken Tones arpeggio from Cadet's Bank. And I think this is the sound that kind of drove everything forward and kind of kept me going and kept me inspired. Sounds super dope. And there's absolutely no effects on these at all, and this is just how good the sounds actually are. You don't even need effects. And they're just playing these notes right here, nothing too special, just playing on the root, which is the F. And with those couple things, this is what it sounds like right now. Next up, I really wanted to add some low end, so I went back into Analog Labs, and I grabbed this buzzy bass from Cadet, and I just followed the root notes, and I rendered out the pattern, and it sounds like this. It adds a ton of low end in here. And actually a lot of high end. It's like super distorted, and as you can see, the sound kind of like evolves too. It's not like staying the same the whole time, which I think is really dope. And there's no effects on that again. And now the sample's starting to take its shape, but now I want to just keep stacking layers on top. I got this Drama synth pad, and it's just playing the root notes here. And it's really just this like airy pad, and it sounds super cool. It's filled out some space. And finally, out of this other sound right here, it's just playing the chords, and this is Gritto synth. My camera just stopped automatically recording, and I just had to switch to frames per second, so hopefully it doesn't look bad. Let's hop right back in this. So I don't know really what I left off at, but I just got this chord progression, and it's that Gritto preset, and it just is super fire, honestly. It's super gritty, super dope, and it sounds like this. So yeah, now with all those layers, this is what it sounds like. And we're not done yet with this section. I added in these 2 phrases right here, and these are coming from Cadet's CS80 Bank still, and it's from the phrase and accent section. It is the tones phrase and the atoms phrase, and it sounds like this. They're super simple, and I just kind of chopped them up, and it sounds super fire, honestly. And if you're liking the sounds in the sample so far, definitely go check out this pack. And this is Cadet's Synth Series CS80 pack. This whole pack was made with the CS80 synth, which is an extremely expensive synthesizer. And the Analog Lab one-shots and the phrases are some of my favorite things in here. As you can tell already, the sounds are super high quality, but we have all types of stuff in here. We have the Analog Lab Bank, which I went over, and it has a ton of crazy sounds. And then we have one-shots of all the Analog Lab, you know, bank. And so if you don't have Analog Lab, you can still use these one-shots. They're super fire. He also has a bunch of midis in here just to kind of help you get your sample started, which I think is super dope. And obviously my favorite section, you know, I love the accents and phrases. As you can see, I already used a couple, but yeah, I'm just going to preview some of these. And if you're interested at all in checking out these sounds, definitely go check the link in the description. And that link's going to take you to the Producer Grind website. And you can check out this pack along with all types of different packs on there. They're dropping new packs every Friday, and it's super high quality. It's like the go-to marketplace for all types of producers. And if you're interested at all in ordering anything, use my code EVIL to get a percentage off. Yeah, definitely take advantage of this offer because they have probably some of the best packs on here. And especially the CS80 pack. I really love these sounds in this. So yeah, go over, check that link, and go explore. After this video, though, watch the full video, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, let's hop right back into the sample breakdown. So I feel like I wanted to add like one more element in here, and I thought, what if we added like a distorted like vocal? So I got this vocal from Dana, and it sounds like this. And as you can tell, this does not sound like it'll fit the loop at all, but we're going to do some finagling with it. So I brought it into here, and pretty much what I did was pitch it up an octave, reversed it, and then time stretched it. I'm pretty sure I time stretched it so it's 2 times faster. And that is not it, folks. We got a chroma on here with the key of the sample. Tau filter kind of give it that side chain like pulsing feel. And then some real sauce is this disc tube culture. And we got this clips outboard gear preset, and it just adds that distortion in there. Then I rendered that out, brought it right here, and I added some more effects on top. Added a chroma back in just to, I don't know, it sounded cool with the chroma on. I don't really know how to explain it. And then we got this tau filter, and it's just panning it left and right. And I play with this depth knob, so it's not all like super crazy left and right, but I think it sounds really good. Actually, I forgot one thing. I added this distortion on. It's the delay tape, and it's this distorted ping pong. And I added this on the original vocal, and then I rendered it out, and then added all those effects on. So it's pretty much like the first part of the sample. The second half here, I just kind of took out the textures and stuff. And now onto this part, I wanted to add a piano because I feel like a piano would have been like perfect. So I just got this piano here, and it's just playing kind of the chords that I came up with before. And it's coming from Decent Sampler, and it's the lounge piano. And like I said, it's just kind of playing the chords, and I'm just adding in a bunch of passing notes and like arpeggios and whatever. Honestly, a huge way to make these sound a little bit more like real is just highlighting everything, hitting Alt S, and also especially hitting Alt R. It just randomizes the velocity and like volume and stuff. And then for the piano, I added on this vintage chain, and we got this EQ, a Valve compressor, the sound shifter to pitch it up by 12, but I put with the wet knob, and it's barely noticeable. It just kind of adds a little bit of high end in there. This vintage verb here and EQ. And with all that stuff, it kind of just sounds like a lot more like real and vintage. I went back into that Analog Lab Bank, and I grabbed this spectacular synth bass, and I actually use this synth bass as like a lead melody, and it sounds like this. And I added a delay tape on with the ping pong preset, and then just this like EQ. And I just rendered that out, just say some CPU. And then I added those textures back in from Cadet's kit, and I feel like that just kind of rounds out this section. And then the last element I'm adding in this section right after that piano part, I went back into Analog Lab, and I grabbed this Alien Invasion arpeggio, and it just sounds like this. Sounds super dope. And as you can hear, there's a halftime on here. Just want to slow down the sound. And then I rendered that out right here. And I think it just adds some more like nice texture and like, you know, movement and stuff. And yeah, with that sound, it pretty much rounds out the whole sample. And I just arranged it kind of how I thought it should go. And then for the master, it's just my normal master chain. I mean, I go over every video, but I'll just click through. You don't even have to see. I don't even use that. I'll just click through stuff. You already know it's all the same shit. I pitched it up by 4, as you can see. And yeah, with all that, this is what the final sample sounds like. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the sample. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys take something away. I think the sample turned out like extremely fire, to be honest. And it's pretty much all thanks to the sound design in the synth series kit by Cadet. And you can get all those sounds for way less than the actual synth. So if you want those sounds, you can go check that out for sure. Use the link in the description and use my code EVIL at checkout and you get a percentage off. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you on the next one.